And welcome back to the channel. My name is Viggy. And I make live videos.
Mostly of Yiddish.
If you to an video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you can't be a channel member, you have the join button. So you a lange riesige Weg. Thank you for that. Auch het. Darf sagen this absolutely positively. Not financial advice. So please be very careful. The market direct naar alles wat die hast. Nicht gechillig, wie die heißt. So please be very careful. All right. Let's get into it. Gaan we zien wie het doen. De eerste guide en wie me staat. Okay. Go, go, go. Hello and welcome. Good morning, Shia. Good morning, good morning. Vanaf dat ik weg gaan. Maar, wie heißt es denn? Last second Sachen ist da rausgekommen. Yankee tea. And today's king is CWD. So far up $3,700. Nice. Good for you. Nächten, by the way. Ja, da staat gegangen. Like 5,000%. 5,000%. Jetzt kijkt ons ja groede ook doen. Laat maar de gaan doen. Zie. Mother Nature? Nope. Nicht Mother Nature. Not at all. Ze begon nicht Mother Nature. Ze begon nicht Mother Nature. OCTO is net umgekommen zu $82. What a move, go, huh? Ross is up 112,000. Wow, nice. CWD, laat me zien wat CWD kan vermogen. CWD. Laat me zien, vind wat me redt. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, 40. Oh, my God. Water. Van $3 all the way up to $55. Nice. Enjoy, Shia. Beter goes alles goed. Gold, 3,600. Kom maar zijn. Oh, wow. We maken nieuwe highs. Gold hit nicht auf machen neue highs. Almost $3,700. Bitcoin 112. Nana sei gestellt man sich. Nice. Zusammen mit Masel im Bruch und Atzluche. Mit Asach Bruche. The Dow Jones is almost up 200 points. 200 in the numbers though. Weg van de all-time high. Spy 648. We gaan al niet spät. The high is 652, so it's close. $853. Jede paar Tage is mijn internet. It's messed up. Which is no problem. Which is no problem. How are you, Gogo? Als ich sehen du und you don't mind hitting the like button. Sie geht ein langer, riesiger Weg. Nice, Yankee. Yankee kommt schon prepared. Yankee is like... Rege, wo habe ich es geliked auf Members Only? Hold on. Ich mache Subscribers Only. That was a mistake, I'm sorry. Or meine getreut zu helfen. That was my mistake. Go, go. Kennst du dich, man? Everybody can chat now. Shit, man darf nicht aufstehen. Man darf nicht davon fahren an, zu sein, und es ist Ruhe, you know. Ja, ich weiß, ich habe bei Mistake gehit Members Only. But welcome back. Welcome back. Rose is up now 166k. Nice. Die trades mit ihm? Die halts mit ihm? Nice, but what a raise. What a rise. What a rise. 9 is very early here. Kim to the rock, nip in Beckel. Love to give my sets in cup mit the Zeckel. I watch him. Nice, nice. You sometimes go against him. Das ist verkehrt, wenn was mentioned, huh? But wenn sie kommt zu deinem Target Price, nimmst du die ganze Sache oder die lässt noch ein bisschen für a Runner? Aber kick on die move. Der nächtige ist overgegangen zu OCTO, ist overgegangen zu $82, $83. What a move. Man gemeint, dass 24 ist etwas amazing. Contrarian. Ja, macht Sinn. YMAX. 856. Kijk dus wie de market guy doet zatig. Nope. 8:45 was always the Zach. It was 9 o'clock and then I moved it to 8:45. So I can make it ready because Nana Zeiger, sometimes have ich issues. Not 9 o'clock, sometimes have ich issues. Aufzusetzen. It's a bisschen länger, so I started doing 8:45. In bei Nacht, I want to go earlier at night. We'll go 7 Mal Zeiger bei Nacht. Live. So we'll see what we'll do. From 7 to 9. We'll take it easy. Meine Rataka Hand nach tun haben mit 7 Mal Zeiger. Because 8 wird bis 10, 10:30 und nachdem nimmt man ein paar Minuten bis ich wind down. Und wenn ich wind down, werde ich wird schon so 11:30, 12 was eigen. So, ich habe genutzt Optimum bis jetzt. And we weren't really happy with Optimum. So, in some of trial do Starlink. And so far, it seems like it's working good. Es geht arbeiten noch besser, wenn man geht liegen der Dish auf dem Dach. Hätte so bessere Power. Und ich will hardwire around the computer, so we'll see how we'll do it. In Zemmer sein, was dort geschehen. I have bad mazel. Yankee, das ist bad mazel. Sag mal, geschehen bad Sachen. Don't predict. Don't say. You know what I mean? A train crash into a bus in Mexico, killing at least 10 people. Oy vey. With authorities investigating the cause of the collision. Crazy. You gotta try Spectrum. Sige niggas, ik ben off the spectrum. Ja, Yankee, bist gerecht. Wenn der Portfolio geht darauf, meint das, dass du eine größere Chance zu kaufen. Eine größere Chance heranzugehen. Aber du willst kaufen in Gitterplätze. Not financial advice, auch nicht irgendwelche, but mainly in markets, like EFTs and stuff like that. I see your mood is much better 9 a.m. than 10 a.m. Okay. No idea, but who am I to disagree with Shia? Shia seems like he knows everything. Ich weiß nicht, ich sage es mit den Averages, really. Es ist just, kein Arbeitstag against inflation, weil dein Geld geht darauf. In auch, es kannst du machen Dividends. Dividends. Machen wir Dividends. Lass mal sehen, Tesla. 348. Ja, nicht gefährlich. Kann ich auch, die weiß alles. So die Ex, wie die weiß alles. The problem is, ich kiek du auf Gold. The problem is, als ich gehe verkaufen Gold, geht es geben, a jumper off mit $1,000. And then it's gonna be like, oh, how you doing? So, se kein Mumisch, du kann bei. Me kann geben, es a try. Mit Spiel, mit a Feder oder Blei. De Zein, de Gum, me geben a Kai. Yankee, es arbeitet nicht an die Feels. Es hat gut nicht mit Feelings. Feelings is terrible, wenn sie kommt zu Stocks. So, like es daran, not financial advice, so frage a financial advisor. But like es daran mehr so wie in the overall market. EFTs. So, als Jens geht darauf, kaufst du mehr. In Upstate ist nur du Chester hier. Sind ich du gut nicht beside Chester in Upstate New York? Hast gemacht der Research? Nice, Jackie. So it's nicht Feelings. Because feelings can sound terrible. But feelings can sound wrong. Die Flotille, was sie gefahren hat, ist roh. Die Gaza hat gehad an incident last night. Epis hat es gehit in one of the ships, the main ship, hat gehad a stick of fire. So I wonder what was that. So soll gehen, wie will. Ich verstehe nicht, wieso ich kann empfehlen für der zweiten. Like, bidi 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 bim. So I wonder what that ship will. Okay. Nice, Yankee. You saw the video of burning? Yes. I was in the video. I was in of Twitter. Of X. Kinda missed the move of the day here. Kinda moves. Right. No, not really, Shia. Ich watche echt kein Status. Ich watche schon 2 Menschen Statuses and that's it. In auch het lately mein Status hat ungeheim buffern gefährlich, meaning es nimmt sehr lang bis laut, so es nimmt weg mein Appetit. Fin watchen, so ich stehe weg. Maybe. We don't know, baby. It's gonna be a maybe. But oh, lately, like I said, man.
For disclosure, on our terms, without let.
I should give it a try. Who's guys die gehen as ich watches? What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? Ich usually kaufe ich keine iPhones only when the phone like really dies. Ich kaufe ich feel nicht the need to spend $1,000, $1,200 for a phone, you know? I really let the ball go. I really let the ball go here on the 9 o'clock one. Okay. It happens. Kann ich schrik der eine sagen. Zie welche telefoon hast du? Welche phone? Die schwarz oder braun? Mit Essen dem Ice Cream Cone. Wo der jeder kommt. A Russian attack on Ukraine village killed more than 20 people, according to Ukrainian President Zelensky. Escalating tensions in the region. Dacht mir, was heißt escalating tensions? Sind doch schon escalating tensions, so vliegen rockets. From today, 2 months. Nice, Yankees. Ze zijn met Mazel in Brugge in Hatzluche. Ze gaan in Gitte de Rugge. So der gaan Git, a ganz Leben. Je hebt een Nokia 220. Weiß ich, weggevonden, das ist zusammen mit Mazel in Brugge. Should be mit Mazal in Braga. Beep, 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 beep. CWD is crazy. Whoa, $50. Hoffe, die bist in. It has a black and white screen. Oh, cool. Nice. Ze zoekt dat ze up 2200%. Nice. Good for you, Go-Go. Good for you. Love it. Love it. Als toen gehoord maar dus het was going up 3600 en jetzt boom. Love it. Jack Daniels. Gitten Sie morgen. Long time no see. How you doing? How's it going? Stark an nur dir zu sein. Hab ich landisch Campaign. Was ist dort geschehen? Inside in plain. Het gaan met dat kneen. Pity on him. Michigan a pity. Ross lost now 50K. So it's not up 100,000? Come on. Nice, Go-Go. Very happy for you. What's the latest trend? Don't know. I don't really follow trends. I'm a trendless guy. Trend kost nur Geld in is no busy in me clearly vast as me is nicht secure. Es meint nicht, aber kann nicht sein ungeteen with the right fashion. Teen the right things. But they noch laufen the trends. It's a problem. It takes away from your individualism. Das meint nicht, man darf gehen crazy. Oi, bleiben wir sagen, als du etwas an der Trend, man hat es lieb. Kann man gehen damit. Und man darf es aber echt lieb um. Weil morgen change ich es und boom. Alles, was du hast getan von deiner Trend, is over. Which is a problematic. Go, by the way, any pity is guide beglaunisch for him, you know? He's not the person that needs our pity. It is Zayergit. Gogo, is this dan hechtste Tag? Is this dan all-time high? Mind the most ever zipped off? I finally hunted down location. Nice. Wie, wo's, when? Who knows? Dat mag not tie. Was sarcastic. Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you better be. You better be sarcastic.
You know what I'm saying?
Fabulous, amazing, trendy. Good morning. Morning, Viggy. Wishing you an amazing day ahead. Nice. Good morning, alles geht's. Appreciate you. It's up there. I usually do 1,200 to 2,000. Or max loss 5K per day. But nice that you gemacht haben. Insane. Good for you. I hope this is the smallest days. Hope this is the smallest days that you what's the richtige woord? Say whatever the richtige woord. Me gai dort essen, Grapejuice in Borscht. Mit Ausgang verdorscht. But nice, good for you, Gogo. Ich habe gewollt sagen, sie kijkt aus, the market is back, but man darf so stark watchen, because usually, wenn man meint, dass kommt, der Krach, kommt nicht. But wenn jeder einer meint, dass kommt nicht, kommt es. So we gotta watch out. Does the street name Old Man Show ring a bell? Oh, die meisten sagen, es ist getroffen, man Location. Es ist getroffen, Mashiach. Es ist getroffen, the Bucks Gold. You're winning, Jack. You are winning. The points are coming your way. Alles geht's. The speed, the iShow speed situation is in andere universes für uns. So it's not something attainable, if you get what I'm saying. So nicht du so viel Yiddish speaking. So what is the numbers equivalent? Das ist was mir darf gut werden. My location is a wanted thing, FYI. Zivay, man. Wo's geht man gehen und man weiß, okay, du ist es. Like, the stock has nothing to do with the broader market. It's a combination of short squeezes with someone involved. The small cap market is rigged. Die sucht, die ist rigged, aber die kommst mit der Regel. Whatever is rigged, fuhrst die mit in einer Direction. Penny G. Good morning, Penny G. How you doing? Ich habe gesehen Nächten, ich habe gelost auf in den Comments, Penny, ich habe gesehen Nächten, als du geschrieben hast, hast gefragt, der DAF. Der DAF tippt man in der Früh, 10:30 to 11:30. Sunday, I did it at night, because ich gehe nicht live in der Früh. Ich gehe nicht usually live at night, so. Did you see Simon Cohen's live? Nein, ich habe nicht gewacht Simon Cohen's live. Ein Tag bin ich gewesen, ich habe gearbeitet, ich habe a couple of minutes, ich habe nicht so I went live. I mean, I checked in, but otherwise, no. Nothing against him, there's nothing, really nothing against him. Like, I wish him the best of luck, and I hope he grows big. No, ich habe nicht gesagt, er kommt von Monroe. gesucht ein paar Sachen dort that indicates that he comes from Monroe. So I was like, oh. But he seems he sounds, and I think he's way younger than me, so. You join the club of the big guys. People want us, Jack, kommen zu der Haus, wie man meint, als ich wohne, oder wie ich wohne, oder, it's just creepy. Like, you want to see me live, no problem. Wenn ich bin auf dem Gas, kannst du kommen. Like, hello. But kommen to the place of my work is a bit creepy and weird. I must say. Damn BP traffic. Es hat sich zurück umgehoben, eh? Der Traffic hat sich zurück umgehoben. Jeder von der Country hat sich aufgehoben. And get some packages. I agree, Jack. Es ist also wie, man geht sich ein Chap mit. Man ist der Größe, man ist der Kleine, man ist nirgends in der Mitte. Like, who do you want to be, like? Ich will sagen mich. Mr. Beast ist nicht mich, ich bin nicht Mr. Beast. Es waren andere Welten, ich kenne nicht an Mr. Beast, wie viel ich will. Und wie viel ich will sein als Zweiten is not a good practice. Review his Thursday Live London versus US? Maybe. I'm talking about finding you on the street. Yeah, that would be nice. You can find me on the street. They come back with attitude. Also ich kick mir nicht zu und bin alle Brooklynites. Attitude. We gotta go. Love Portuguese yesterday? Yeah, it sounds as if he's heartsick, to be honest. He sounds very cozy, a cozy guy. Start reviewing. Ich habe getracht davon. Ich habe getracht einmal in 2-3 Tagen Review nach Video vernehmen. Bin ich, es ist nicht eine schlechte Sache. Es ist just a certain type of Mensch. Just a certain type of being. Es ist nicht kein Negative. Man sieht, dass Menschen muffen mal raus von Brooklyn, sie Muncie, Earmont, Pomona, Upstate. They come with like a certain attitude. In Brooklyn sounds as normal, but when they come to local, people are like, "Are you from the city?" Ich habe eine Story. Ich habe einen Roadtrip und ich habe angewacht nach Delhi, ich habe geordert Food. Der Weg, wieso ich habe geordert Food, ich habe noch nicht gewusst at that time, der Weg, wieso ich habe geordert Food. Der Lady fragt mich, "Are you from New York?" Your attitude shows, sagt sie mir. Und ich bin nicht ein Brooklynite, so. Human Spirits is coming up. Yes. The Brooklynites. Have you been to Highland Mills? That's around the corner from Kirisio. Wenn ich gewohnt in Kirisio, behind my house, meine ich, is Highland Mills. Set and forget. Piri. Piri. I love Airman, but I find it a little too quiet. Need to be more lively. So wenn sich von wie die kommst, so Menschen versuchen als Airman zu sein, busy von dem. Ich denke noch Airman, wenn sie noch erwähnen, der alte Airman. What a change. What a change. $9.24. Bitty 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 bitty. Bitty 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 bitty. Baby, baby, baby. I visited and I loved it. Gewoon echt in de tijd aan maatse fijnem. Einer gemoved to Earmont. Back in the day, en I had a house, was had as a acre property in the back. En I had veel met roots von a Bäumen. Ich kenne viele Wochen dort. Sein Bruder ist rausgekommen von der City, kicken in the house, und steht auf der Porch und sagt, wow, kick on the shiny backyard. You know what I mean? Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep, beep. $9.26. Hope ist geschickt. But Earmont hat es schon gechanged wie der mulige Earmont. The Tisch, by the way, was a hub in the kitchen. Ist für Liebe Schmelzer. Liebe Schmelzer, was du gemeint in Earmont? So eine ganze Procedure, wie es umgekommen zu mir. Eine ganze History, was umgekommen zu mir. Ist umgekommen zu mir. Jetzt ist es Maus. Ich mach sie jeden Tag. Sein Herz mir kann geben, was Spiel. To Sparkle. Hello and welcome. Wer sind ihr? Von wie kommt ihr? All the way from England. Nice. All the way from our old owners. It's a joke. Some are gefight a war. Sie haben Independence. Sie nicht gewähnt in 1944. Sie gewähnt in 1776. Die Englisch-Geber hat mir gegeben, Mafa schick. Man hat sie zurückgeschickt ohne Brick. Geht zurück all the way to London. I'm just mad. Also fuhrt das Europa an, Nifli. Also fuhrt das Europa. Zum wir gehabt Independence, wenn ich. We don't know kings. In sind wir lucky, ja? Zum wir gehabt the founding fathers haben gesagt, no. Yeah. It's the United Emirates of stealing your watch. I'm kidding. Dit geschieht, man bringt dann an Menschen von einer anderen Country. Wir haben andere Values. Wir Menschen haben andere Values. You know. Viggy moved to the UK. Yes, Minnie, summit. We're covering the world. We're covering the world. Mach a joke. Joker then. Serious wie hell. Mit gein ringen dort in der Bell. Mit seinem Dorten auf mein Schwell. It's gonna be funny. I can't even tell. It's worse than you think. I ain't thinking. I ain't there. I ain't moving. Ich habe gesehen, mit der Rest, Rest ist auch. Ich habe gesehen, der Rest, aber ich kann nicht sagen, die Story. Ich wollte sagen, Banksy. Der Mensch, was macht Paintings. Ich habe gemacht, ein Painting, wie ein Judge hackt auf einen, was protest. In the English, haben wir sich gedacht. Can't wait to see Shalom from India. I'm sure we have people from India. Wow. Gebrochen an der Seige. 9:30. Es ist 39. Mit es machen dort ein bisschen grasig. India ist nicht so interessant, weil India ist riesig. Es ist interessant, aber es ist riesig. Und bis dann habe ich einen von India, was watcht. Ich wollte mehr gewollt, also wie a weird country. Like, was keiner cool und nicht. Sri Lanka. I'm kidding. Maine. Maine ist nicht kein country, Viggy, es ist a state. Well, Maine your own business. It's a joke. Für die Eulen, was kann ich nehmen, kann Jokes. All the way from England. Für wie in England kommst du? Manchester. Golders Green. Kenya is nice. Kenya would be nice, yeah. Shalom from Kenya. Can you or can you not? Okay. I'm getting lame. Warf nicht auf mir the blame. Ich mag drei zu halten tame. Wo ist kann ich den? Die Grammen kommen nach raus. Nothing I can do about it, sir. Nothing. If I have to suffer through it, you guys have to suffer through it, my man. $9:32. Is azul. Volatile Vimashigai. CWD is the top leading. DSY. Okay, switch the. Jetzt hat man sich gegeben, man mischt the. Okay, gebrochen. Kaffee 10 brechen. London, Stamford Hill. Nice. I'm sorry, I this fragen. I might be ignorant. Is Stamford Hill the Hasidische or the Golders Green? Like, how does that work? Ich weiß, du Manchester, Golders Green, Stamford Hill. Du musst am noch, but ich meine, these are the three famous ones. Famous meaning like we know about it. Wow, kijk on dat drap. Kijk on dat drap. Van $8 to $5. Oops, verloren geld. Vol Hasidisch. Stamford Hill is vol Hasidisch. Nice. Ich habe gesehen, nach Hassan auf Asteris nächten. Asteris? Denk nicht, wie ich habe es gesehen. Finland. Very interesting. Golders Green is more Litvish, okay. And what's is Manchester? In wie weit is Manchester? Ich denke, ich habe nicht mehr in London, aber ich habe gelernt in Gatwick und ich bin raufgefahren zu Manchester mit der Train. So, ich habe nicht echt gesehen London. Although ich will gar nicht sehen London. Nicht maybe the hotspots, mehr Ireland, jene Seite für London. Okay, nice. Just imagine, we got live in New York. In einer all over the Jenazat Welt. Can I round check? I think it's very cool. I think I'm odd. CWD. Guide Arrow CG. Good morning. Super Chat goes full of money to you. Nice. And Google nimmt op. YouTube nimmt op ein bisschen. Nicht die ganze Sache. Wegen dem du größere Creators, was haben seine eigene, also wie andere Websites, wie Menschen geben. Manchester, 2-3 hours drive, bit more backdated from London. So you could imagine. Okay. Ireland is not in London. No, I know. When ich zoek London, by the way, don't want to bust your bubble, but ich feel wie wir in zoek mir London meint ja eine ganze Island. Alles, was ist dort is London. Like, we're not getting Medaic dort, like, wie the border, wo sind wir, you know, we don't really like that. CWD is hold it down, ja, gesehen. Habe gesehen, bei TD2, man gedacht, ich kaufe mal Short. Ich kaufe keine Shorts, but you know what I'm saying. Saamwoordig volatile hand, ze warft zich, ze tanzt en ze springt. Het trockene bringst. Wenn ich kein Geld, man hat nicht kein. Sehr volatile. Verlieren ich kein Geld, warten ich kann abtent, sie bleiben mit dem. Explain, Yankee. Go, you shouldn't be in this trade at all. I know you're not. But today you're walking in at work, huh? Mid the shoulders high. Mit keinen spürende Pride. Listen, nicht jeden Tag du 10K gain. Good for you. Und ich rede nicht von einer egotistic Weg von heranwachen in der Office. I'm out already. Nice. I figured. I had a figuration about it. But you're out. Gave back some. I'm still up 7.5. That's it. Lock the account. 7.5. Time to move. Time to go. I don't know what you do. Do you work with other people? I'm sure the other people will be like, if I should visit the highs, I'll do this to go. I'll be like, go. Or whatever your name is. Ich fühle Positivity haben. Was geht vor? Well, I have 7.5 reasons. Sie sind positive. By the way, als keiner toch nog gezoekt bis geht hat, this is bei jedem. Just zoek dich. Die bis geht. Okay? Just mention to yourself, wie good du bist. I guess Ross got to those game my videos irgendwie wie the market is back, baby. I work with other people. I control my emotions. Yes, does make especially happy. I do this for a challenge. Love the thrill. I get it. But the guys too much confidence. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like you boast in. They don't even have to know what you're doing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they know what you're doing, but they're gonna feel a certain. Israeli news. What's the Israeli news? Need a part 2 with Shia. New farm, new life. Yes, exactly. I'm actually in touch with him about it. Ich habe geschickt a message. Ich habe actually nicht geantwortet. How dare he? He dared. Hat nicht geantwortet. Hat mir gelost gehen. Sie gewinnt gut fein. Jetzt ist Schein. Ganzen Bacheint. Oder hier der Klein. He eats people for breakfast. He got eaten for breakfast. He doesn't eat people for breakfast. He wasn't the eater. Er ist nicht gewähnt der Esser. Ich meine, als von dem ist grösser. Ich hoffe, hat aber genutzt der Guppel mit am Messer. Yeah. What's up with the flags in the UK? Frag two Sparkle. Frag him. He's the English dude. He's the English dude here. Wieso ich verstehe es als English people haben decided, we're taking our country back. And mit umgehen hanging flags. The English flag. And people are freaking out. Just imagine. Also wie du, Menschen haben ausgefreakt mit der American flag. It's a flag of racism. And I'm like, what? In welche Welt bist du? Ga check dich aan zum Doktor. So wie. Sofort. Lik dich ist von Art. Du bist leben allein oder beim Bord? Ach, Kaloi. Sit nur an azoi. Bam jeden goi. Mit Essen Lokschen mit Streu. Mit Essen mit Sogen, oi boy. Oh boy. Was did man do? Stop warten for the next box. We will not do this. MC ETS. It's been a minute. I hope you've not been a hot mess. How you doing? Hello and welcome. So push it gegramt. En hand is men in de grammen. So. Palestinian flags are a new national flag. Baxi Loction. Oh, okay. Baxi. To Sparkle, if you think about it a little deeper, zijn niet the Palestinian flag. Als zoveel mensen feelen leidig, that de regen zijn naar opgegangen of a cause, in ze field git as ze zijn of a cause, they go all out for the cause. You know what I'm saying? So wie wenn Breslev is aangekomen met andere Hasides sin, is het gemeen moeilijk als a flow of excitement in honig in whatever, sipik in understanding and zijn happier as a person. Aber man sagt Menschen, lassen wir das liefen, gejump ship, gegangen zu Breslev. While bleiben sort of whatever in Zayr Chassidus. Derselbe Sache, sie kommt daran an neue Flex, sie kommt daran mit Meaning. Sie sind nicht an Emmes. It's not about Emmes. It's irrelevant, sie ist Emmes oder nicht. And the Oilem is behind it. Days are coming. GM, good morning, good morning. How you doing? How was your day? Ich gehe von herankommen und sagen, du, hey. Für wie checkst du heran, days are coming? MCTS, how are you, by the way? Besides for backsedige Loction. Und was hat die backsedige Loction getan? Huh? So, ich denke mir vielleicht einfach, how was your day? Ründig. And the Ründig represents Wus, exactly. What does it? From Israel, it's Chaim. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Ich keep vergessen. Es geworden rausgelagt von einem anderen Account. Go, bist noch du? I was wondering, what do you do all day? Meaning, du bist in sie traden. Most probably keiner in deiner Arbeit weiß nicht, what it is. The high holidays, we eat Baxi Lokshen on Yontif. I thought everyone does. Could be, I don't remember. Now that you're saying it, Baxdige Lokshen. How do you make Baxdige Lokshen? And is it the Lokshen or is it the Baxi? Chivas name is in New Square. But how about jokes? Square is a so Baxi, as jeden Tag is doing New Square. It's a joke. People don't eat me up, okay? No, I've got another phone. I didn't sign in the other account. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. The New York Health Department conducting a fresh anti-mosquito spraying in Borough Park to stop the spread of West Nile. Okay. Wer weiß, was man sprayt? Who knows? CWD is zurückgekommen all the way to $26. It's given a high of 56. DSY. I'm going to name a CDW. By 607. But das ist alles Pre-Market. Wow. Mensch mal rangerickt, Bank, I tell you. Go, bist noch du? We hebben om Israël het gebaamd in Qatar. De Geberman was geit live bei Sachen. Gegangen live. Israeli strikes in Doha, Qatar against Hamas leaders. The question is, sie haben gewusst. Oh my God. Lass mal sehen, was geschehen. Lass mal sehen, welche Turmoil sie geschehen jetzt. Hopefully, als so pressen Hamas, als Hamas hat herausfallen. Hopefully. Can't take this anymore. What's this? Oh, Gold gemacht noch ein all-time high. Gold is 3,600. I mean 3,700. Wow. 3,700. What a high. Coal tanker gold dealers. Coal tanker gold dealers. Verkauft the gold. Wow, de laatste poeteg, wat is dit? Zijn take terug is gewend 3,300, jetzt is 37. Almost $600 meer. Just like that. Jetzt gegaas ik beer. That would be crazy. Israel conducted a precision airstrike targeting senior Hamas leadership on September 9, 2025. As confirmed by the Israeli IDF, the Israeli Security Agency, ISA, strike was aimed at Hamas leader responsible for the October 7, 2023 massacre. The declaration was not specified by the IDF. Reporters indicated a powerful explosion occurs in Doha, Qatar, coinciding with an Israeli announcement. Rising speculatory of a connection. A Hamas exiled leadership operated in Qatar. Al Jazeera linked to the Doha blast to Israeli statement. But no official confirmation of Qatar or Israel explicitly ties the strike to Doha. The casual details remain unclear. This action aligns with Israelis' ongoing military operation against Hamas, including recent airstrikes on Hamas infrastructure in Gaza City, such as high-rise buildings used as intelligence gathering and attack planning. Wow, het is stil, by the way, de laatste woche. Is overgeheerd bommen. Madani says that he will work to New York City to cut off investments in Israel bomb. Wieveel kan je naar meer 10? Wieveel kan je naar meer 10? Let's be real. What could a mayor do already? Absolutely garnished. Sally. Good morning, Sally. Hello and welcome. How was your day? How was your morning, I mean to say? Het is Lula gezocht I think a few days ago or a few weeks ago. They said that everybody's off limits. It's not going my direction, Sally. It's red today. But that's okay. As long as we have a plan, we execute a plan, we're Gucci. So hopefully, yeah, it's on the Hamas leaders will be like, okay, we're not safe. Ik ben zeker de Qatari government ook gewist te vinden. Ik ben er zoek zeker, maar ik hoop zo. Du kan man zijn een beetje de fire. Deze geposte video. Heeft me zei de fire dort in the background. Het is interessant, als op schwarze cars in jene areas. Sehr heiß. So ze gewen a blast in Doha, Qatar. Hopefully is this the Hamas leaders and meaning we can close their chapter. Innocent people are dying on both sides for no damn reason. I mean, there is some good reasons, but you know, it's never a good reason to kill somebody. I mean, besides if he wants to kill you, that's a good reason. That will make it a good reason, I say. But ook the rebuild from Gaza is gonna be was am geflattened Gaza. They were like all out. Flat nation. Just hopefully, this war will come to an end. In keiner redt schon nicht echt in die Ukraine war. Wie viele Menschen starben dort? I guess no Jews, no news, as they say. Sie gehen ein Stück Zeit über bekommen Purpose von der ukrainische War. Jeder hat ein ukrainische Sign. Strong Ukraine. Und noch es verloren. Ist man nach Rüber gegangen zu der Palestinian Flag. What a drag. YG. Hello YG, how you doing? How was your morning? I hope you're not yawning. I'm still from the video of the black gangsters on the train. Die redt van de was so geharge de ukrainische Mädel. Geslashed die neck. Is er niet ook aan outraged? Is ook aan WLM darf man machen. White Life Matters. Or Ukrainische Life Matters. Keine redt nicht. Aber wir sehen das nicht auf der Neues Nowhere. CNN redt nicht davon. Fox redt nicht davon. Ja. Wir nehmen einfach noch etwas watschen. Wenn wir auf einem Bus oder wir sind in einem Restaurant, you always sit as much as possible, as keiner soll nicht sitzen auf dann 6 o'clock, you know? 6 o'clock is the most vulnerable clock. Wenn ich gehe zu einem Restaurant, try ich zu sitzen mit meinem Back zu der Wand. Again, nicht jedem Mal. Man darf nicht paranoid, but man darf sein aware. The president hat geredet davon. Aber noch alles, du kannst outrage, du kannst gar nicht. Which is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, I'm redt nicht davon. Und das ist nicht Kongress an der National News. Nicht nehmen die Abuse. Mit uns geben dort a use. Maybe a use case. Oder es kann sein, es ist just verkehrt der Race. Piri, 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 piri. Hope you're not going to the restaurant, so the person, yeah. Even if you go with other people, your life is first. Your life comes first. So you gotta make sure that you're Gucci. Thank you, YG. Hab a kimmerisches, die öffnen am Pisk. In Warte redden. MCTS hat gewollt sagen, als der Mann watched. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't want to get into the sexist debate. If men are equal to women. So it's umgehoben jetzt sie gewähnt der Baseball-Masse. Einer gehabt der Baseball, jetzt geben für sein Kind, in der Pesach Karen, ich gekommen schreien. So ich habe gesehen, als Baseball-Field, soll man es umgehoben noch machen. Like a marking. But ich habe gesehen, wie so der Mann, oder ich habe gesehen, das Video, wie wird erschrocken, schaukelt seine Hände. I don't think there's a woman that would appreciate that. Nehmt sie sein Kopf ab Bett. If you know what I'm saying. MCTS in alles? Unequivocally in alles? How come when they do a draft, nimmt man nicht around the women? It's nicht kein negative. Like, why would it be a negative? Actually, I covered it yesterday, but only after the video went viral. I don't understand how they didn't hear. Someone's gehört, YG. But someone's nicht gewollt distributen, because there's nothing for it. If it would be opposite, if a white guy would do that, to a black guy, or a white person to a black person, was die schon gesehen, der Outrage, man wollte schon du geworfen, man wollte schon du gemacht, BLM, das hat sich schon ugetein. But, you know. I don't know. Very Wimslicky. Geact very Wimsy. Okay? I'm just saying. So the Chal's breaking news days that the Israelis have gehit. Supposedly, I don't know, they didn't take yet accountability, responsibility, but the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Findoa, had geschrieben, the state of Qatar strongly condemns the cowardly Israeli attack that targeted residential building housing several members of the political bureau of Hamas in Qatar, capital Doha. This criminal assault can constitute a blatant violation of all the international laws and norms and poses a serious threat to the security and safety of Qatar's and residents of Qatar. I don't think so. Carpet bombing would have been a different thing. A strategic fight, a strategic this. Vanish Khan Hamas leader, I say. You're not going to be safe. That's what Israel is trying to say. You're not going to be safe. By going to other countries. You know what I'm saying? Guys, ich kann fahren auf Vacation auf andere countries while machen decisions. No. Yankee, ich habe schon geschickt eine E-Mail. I was like, we better send them an email.
Die Ostens
Schaffen,
Pusins glisten
in Darfen.
De Seider Habrie is dat. De Teure is dan
Wielen.
als in sollen vielen. De Avoite is maat. De Tarjak de Tarjak
Was meint Tarjak Eitzes?
In dan Brie is nicht grün.
Sehen wir den Herzlichen ankommen.
Ich kenn nicht allein, trug mich auf dan Eitzes. Shamru nafshi, wie du mit am Melech, ich seh. Wie Achai, liavu leiru, beide. In seinen du fahre dir in jeder von sich hat seine Kaide. In der See nichts von sich.
Rief Mitzes Eitzes. Dreht ihm de Sache. Hat mich gefragt, Yankee. Tell him I say okay. Joking. Yetzir, ki atu yetzaratoi,
כי atu
yetzaratoi.
יעדה כל פועל, כי atu be'altoi, כי atu
3,715. What a high. What a high. For gold. I'm not sure what's happening, but
Hashem Elokai Yisroel
Joel Gold. Hello and welcome. All the way from Israel. Nice. Ich go even around checking you already. Ich brauche von suchen für wie die Checks daran, so macht das Film ein bisschen mehr homie. Oh, ja.
Hashem Elokai
Yisroel
Malchi soy
Joel Gold is all-time high. Ik meinte maar rief hem, hè? Jolien, zum gemacht hat Joe, weil Gold is all-time high, $3,700 an ons.
Ki lo isach poitz bemoy sameis Ki im bishuvoy midarekoy v'choyo ve'ad yoy moy soy
Keloi
im yoshuv miat kabeloi Emes ki atoyo iso ve'atoyo
Yitzro
Kien bosovodo Ay emes ki atoyo iso ve'atoyo Yitzro Kien bosovodo Oy emes ki atoyo iso ve'atoyo Yitzro Kien bosovodo Ay 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 emes ki atoyo iso
Yitzro Ay, 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 Keloi
Naim Yoshiv miat gabloi Naim eski atoyo
Yitzro Atoyo Yitzro
Kiem busar budo Vivai eski atoyo
Yitzro Atoyo Yitzro
Kiem busar budo Emes ki atoyo Yitzro Atoyo
Yitzro Israel named full responsibility for the act was geschehen hat in Doha, Qatar. Prime Minister office, the action against the top terrorist chieftains of Hamas was a whole independent Israeli operation. Wow. Wenn mich wem so mal rausgenommen. Welche Hamas-Lieder so mal rausgenommen. Brooklyn, 10:30. Es ist nicht kein Schier. Man hört aus der Daf. Von 10:30 bis 11:30. In 10 Minuten herin. In 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. By 25, ich nehme einen Break, mache einen Thai. So. Oh, was hat es schon gesehen? Ticka, 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 dum, 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 dum. Perfect in time. Brooklyn, whenever die Kim's doen, is eigenlijk the time. Is always the time. Ba, 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 da, da. Ai, ai, ai.
Boots on dust don't make a sound.
I'll be back in a few minutes. Machatai, and I'll be back.
The night don't lie, it just keeps us grim. I've lost more wars inside than I've ever let in. Steel in my hands, fire in my breath. Every step forward's a dance with death. No one owns the wind, no one tames the rain. But I ride with both and I don't complain. Smoke in the shadows, it moves like me. Never in chains, never on my knees. You can't kill the dark, you can't hold the flame. I don't need mercy, I don't need a name. Time is a coin you spend in the dirt. Every heartbeat's worth the risk and the hurt. If the road don't bend, I'll carve a new way. Even the stars burn out, but they still stay.
Okay. We are back. Okay, dat wird sicher de... I guess dat verges. Zijn we op to dat verges. Zijn we zo naar 10:30. Just so as in zijn we op de... Every day on the same page. Golden genommen een stukje dippel. Which is okay.
Smoke in the shadows, it moves like me.
Come on, put it up. Stop mit der rausnehmen, okay? Thank you.
I don't need mercy, I don't need a
Beady. Oh. Okay. Jetzt haben wir noch 4 Minuten. We got 4 minutes. Jetzt haben wir 4 Minuten. We got 4 minutes here.
Futuristic sound.
Jetzt haben wir bitte 4 Minuten. Sind wir essen der heiße Sipp. In der Mose geben a Zip. Natürlich klang der Baby in der Crib. In der Cribby. Oh yes, baby. Put it up. Put it up. Okay. Come on, willst du mich herausnehmen? Für was? Für was willst du mich herausnehmen? Ich habe ungezint anlegen for 4 minutes. Ich habe ungezint the music. I hope you are amused by the music was gepicked. Okay. We'll give it another 2 minutes. Bis 10:30. Brooklyn, sind wir eine Minute weg. Okay. America with a few new songs. Nice. Alright, Gabber, das ist 10:30. Und jetzt haben wir eine neue Sache, du. Von 10:30 bis about 11:30. It's dedicate mir an hour. Für... So, wir aufgepickt zu lernen, the Daf Hayomi. So... And then we're in the 8th daf. Then we're almost done. I would say September 15, I think is the last day. Or 16. So, ins gaan we das dadurch pushen. Und die will sponsoren, kannst du dann schicken oder ein QuickPay. Oder kannst du schicken durch den Chat, durch Google, als ein Superchat. Die will sponsoren today's episode. Alright. Daf 8, Alice Stefanski. Let's get into it. Let's go. Oh, jetzt gaan we het zo zijn times.
Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Rabbi Leader. Ah! That's Rabbi Leader. Just got back from England. You saw the side, you know, with the tefillin. We got it all. Howard Appel, Rebelli. Last night we celebrated the wedding of my daughter, Esther Appel of West Hampton, to Ben Lazar of East Brunswick, New Jersey. I'm very proud to say they've been doing the daf since times and I haven't missed a day of learning with you. Learning the daf has been a life changer for me. And by seeing my enthusiasm for learning through MDY, my new son-in-law has joined MDY. This was a requirement for joining our family. Please give a shout out to our cousin Donnie Fine, whose present was dearly missed at the wedding. Attached a picture of some of the MDY West Hampton group that attended the wedding. Keep daffing, Howard Appel. Where's Donnie? That's how you pronounce his name? Appel. Alan Kahan. First meetup in Team Great Neck. Rabbi, listen to this. This is Great Neck. Hi, Rebelli. I've been meaning to send you an email since our first team meetup as a group in the Great Neck. Baruch Hashem, we had a great scene with over 20 guys. I'm going to show you some pictures. Now, Chabura is growing. The Great Neck Retention Group. You hear about this? The Retention Group. There's still something called the Retention Group. Start off slow. That's what happens. Starts off slow. Yet before our scene, we had about 5-6 guys of the 10-15 consistently voting on our polls, meaning checking in that they did the daf. Baruch Hashem, we had a really nice turnout for the Siyum, thanks to Jared, who sponsored as well. We were able to recruit another 5 guys for Harius. Baruch Hashem, we now have a nice million voting in our daily polls. Just wanted to thank you for giving me that opportunity to help you bring more Torah and really pushing and standing behind the Retention Group initiative. Halavai, everybody should. It's very important, that initiative. So giving me a boost in chizuk and make sure I stay on top of my daf, since I have a group behind me now. Hope we can make a little time to show pictures of chizuk for our group. Thank you. My younger son was hoping to be on YouTube. Where's the young? Okay, thanks so much. Your Talmud, Alan Kahan, Great Neck, Ambassador. Here we go. Beautiful. What a chabura. And here they are at the Siyum. Our boys at the Shasathon in, I guess, England somewhere. There's a Yid cheating, doing the daf with a shear. There's a Siyum of Seder Nezikin in Toronto. There are hundreds of people in Toronto, he says. Hundreds of people in Toronto who learn the daf with MDY. However, most do not usually attend the Siyumim. That is the case. Rabbi Isai, give other people chizuk. Sometimes you're a little shy. Come out of your comfort zone. Go be mechazik, because the more you show up, the more people see that's important, and they also do it. We want to encourage everyone to join together for the Grand Siyum on Seder Nezikin. This is Ari Blau. Just wanted to share a quick story how daf has affected our family over the summer. I was able to watch the beginning of each year together with my 6-year-old daughter each day over breakfast. It became so much in the morning ritual that she would ask me to watch the daf with her when I hadn't started yet. She started asking me by bedtime if I watched the daf that day. This past week, my daughter started first grade. When my wife was driving her to school, she noticed how nervous my daughter was. My wife started to play the daf, and she started calming down. A few minutes later, my wife asked her if she would like to change to a story tape, but my daughter replied that she wanted to keep listening to the daf. Thank you for all that you do. Beryl Steinerman, Clifton, New Jersey. I'll tell you a quick story. The best story that I heard over the Shabbat in Eretz Yisrael. The Oilam heard it live from Yoni Tzur. He's a photographer. He said that he bumped into a person that he did their wedding years before, and it was a couple that wasn't religious, but they came from religious families. And the guy tells him, the chassan, who wasn't Shemet Torah, he tells him, I want to tell you a story. I was taking my daughter, my kid, to Gan, 3-year-old, and the kid says, I want to watch some TV on the iPad, some show. So he says, I'm going to teach this kid a lesson. So he puts on a Torah shiur. It just happened to be MDY. And he figured that will, the kid will never ask for the iPad again. The next day, the kid says, I want to watch what you showed me yesterday. So Torah again. Kids are day after day. And then eventually, this guy started watching the shiur with his son. They had a kvius. The kid wanted to watch MDY. He's 3 years old. Makes sense. So he's watching the daf with his son, and he became about tshuva. He says, I want you to know. And the reason he told it to him is because it was in his status. He used to push in his status. He's okay. He clicked on, that was the one Torah shiur he knew about. So he clicked the status. So now the parents are about tshuva. This is Shlomi Klein's wedding. Shlomi Klein. Those guys know how to party, I'm telling you. All right. The Masechta is sponsored by David Salomon, dedicated in memory of Moiri, Reb Shmuel Baruch, Ben Reb Chaim Tzvi, Doiv Zochron Levrach, Anonymous. Hatzlach Baruch Tzvi Gashmis Chuz Achir B'Nei Yisrael. Joel Gedalius, Lini Shos, my father Jack Gedalius, co-sponsors, Anonymous from London, Hatzlach in business. Weekly, Anonymous, Zechot, Rufus Shlomo, Shlomo Ben Yom, and Halevi, Ben Rivka. No better way to ask for it. Baruch Hashem. TCS, monthly sponsors. TCS Israel, powered by Talking Save Anonymous, Rufus Shlomo, Sarah Bat Motoram, and Shira Bat Sarah. Aaron Kessler, Anonymous, the marriage of my son and my daughter. Am I relocating to Eden Gardens in Orlando, Florida? Anonymous from London. Hatzlach B'Pern also. Daily sponsors Anonymous, Rufus Sarah Nechama Bas Malka Drezel, that is having major surgery today. You know, I have to say, we have to mention that there's tremendous tragedies yesterday. 4 Chaylim were killed, 6 citizens were killed, many. Sarah Harugi Malchus. That's what he says. Many injured. There's a Rosh Hashiva that got a bullet. I don't know how many. And so we'll learn the Schusam and the Ilu Nishmasam. The Dubovik family of Staten Island, Beitar, Chicago, Far Rockaway, and Lakewood. Zeich Nishmas Yitzchok ben Yaakov Dubovik on Shloshim is Nishama having Aliyah in the Schus of Daf Yoimi. Eli Hostrali. Eli Ostrali. Thank you. I thought it's the last name. In gratitude of our daughter's birth, may she grow up the Torah, the Chuppah, and Ma'asim Tovim. There was I don't remember who it was. A couple comes over to me at the Shabbaton. They have an 18-year-old daughter, and they say, our daughter only wants to marry an MD wire. Someone from MD wire. MS. Israel, thank you Hashem for keeping my family healthy. Anonymous, in honor of my husband's 60th birthday. Rabbi Isai, listen to this. Anonymous, in honor of my husband's 60th birthday and 35th wedding anniversary and his 15,300th day of doing Daf Yomi.
Woo!
15,300th day of doing Daf Yomi. She's counting every day. Do the math. 2711 divided by 15.3. Huh? 6. Wow. MDYR, monthly or 4 Shlema? 42 years. So he did it since he's 19. Monthly, Refuah Shlema, Fiona Tanetam Ben Sheva Bracha, Refuah Shlema Mordechai Ben Esther, Refuah Ayelet Daniel Zev Ben Ayelet Esther. Rabbi says starting brand new daf, easy daf today. Mishnah, Daf Zayin on Beis. We are talking about, I just wanted to show you this. I got in it was a little bit late, but I guess we can use it in different times. This is the 2 types of fat. One is on the dakin, on the intestines, the small intestines, and the other is the fat on the keva. Those are the two fat.
This is the small intestines of the rechte zet.
Momentum. But we call it chelev ala dakim, chelev shel keva. We spoke about it, but we didn't. Actually, we'll have it today as well. Maybe we could pop in. So yesterday we had this concept called helim davar in shigigas chatas. Helam davar is when the Bezdin rules incorrectly, and then the nation goes ahead and they do what they rule. Here's the chaylev on the table. Mamish. You want to see what the chaylev looks like? Here's the chaylev on the table. Give out. Now fit right into the shir. So, in order to be chayiv a par helam davar, this bull, how many bulls do we know about? We know the bull of the Bezdin make a mistake, par helam davar. We know the bull of the Kohen Gadol and the bull of Nasi. And chayavim el helam davar im shigas ma'isa. In order to bring a par helam davar, it's not a typical shaygig that a person made a mistake between chaylev and shuma and chaylev. First, you need a ruling. And the Mishnah says, V'cheina Mashiach. And the same applies to Kohen Gadol. The what? First he makes a ruling. He says, I'm allowed to do X, Y, Z. And he goes ahead and he does it. But if he made a mistake, if a Kohen Gadol, the one that does that avodah in the Beis Hamikdash, on Yom Kippur, if he by mistake, his wife gave him chaylev instead of shuman and he ate it, does he bring a carbon? No, he doesn't bring any carbon. There's no shaygig by a Kohen Gadol. The only shaygig he has is when there's helam davar. First he has to paskin. I'm allowed to eat chaylev. And then he goes and eats chaylev. That's when he brings a carbon. V'chein HaMashiach. Same thing applies to the Kohen Gadol. The same thing when it comes to Avodah Zarah. The only time you bring a carbon, the Bezdin brings a carbon, is when they paskin that this type of Avodah Zarah, this type of shtachava, or being shtachava, bowing to the markulis or the par is mutter, then you bring a carbon. What's missing from this line, Rabbi Isai? What do we have at the first line of the Mishnah? V'chein Mashiach is missing. The first line of the Mishnah, V'chein Mashiach. How come the second part of the Mishnah, that when a Kohen Gadol makes a mistake in Avodah Zarah, he has to first rule and then do? It's not brought there. We have to see pshat. Says Gemara Ben Olam, where do we know this idea of helem, davar, and shigigas ma'isa? The Tanna Rabbanan yishgu. Here, so if you look at this, it's already in here. There's 2 words here, yishgu, make a mistake, and it also says v'nelam davar. It was missing. They forgot something. Yishgu yachal yu chayom shigas ma'isa. Shigas ma'isa is a typical shagig. You made a mistake, so you bring a carbon. No, it's not enough. Talmud Omer yishgu v'nelam davar goes together in the pasuk. That the shaygig was because v'nelam davar, because the Bezdin made a mistake. When the Bezdin makes a boo-boo, then the Klal Yisrael does the Aveira, then you bring a parallel davar. And chayavim el halam davar shigas ma'isa.
As a Bezdin macht atuas, most probably it shows. As a so viel Menschen in the Bezdin so machen atuas, shows the level.
Simple enough. Yes, that's the rest of the sugis like that. Easy stuff. V'chein HaMashiach. And the same thing applies to the Kohen Gadol. Minalan. And a lot of things will be repetitive. This is something we had yesterday. We're going to have it again. Lash Masam, in the pasuk of Kohen Gadol, it mentions Ha'am, Klal Yisrael. What's the connection? The connection is Harei Mashiach Yitzibur. Kohen Gadol is like Klal Yisrael. So just like Klal Yisrael, in order to be Chayav Parel and Davar, they need a ruling and then they do it. So to the Kohen Gadol, which is interesting, super interesting, he makes his own ruling and then he does it. The same thing applies to Avodah Zarah. First you need a ruling, then you do Minalan. How do we know? The Tanna Rabbanan. Avodah Zarah has its own karbanos, a par and a sayr. So I think Avodah Zarah is more chomer, and therefore when Klal Yisrael goes ahead and does Avodah Zarah by mistake, forget the Bezdin. No.
Brooklyn, is ook corruption. Then is the geen the Bezdin in general. Can man the trust in the Bezdin?
No ruling. They go ahead and they jump into Avodah Zarah. How do you do Avodah Zarah by mistake? Super interesting.
Seltzer guy.
So then it's mutter. Then it's mutter. Then it's also mutter.
See Morgan, hello and welcome.
The what?
You threw stones at our
That's the try. I can see that you did that before, but Givaldik.
You're fired.
I need guys that didn't learn before. No. You're perfect. Actually, you're not perfect. We're waiting for the Shabbos. I got a bunch of emails. I got some apologies. I got some yelling. Not yelling. I says, listen, you weren't down the close. I couldn't. My wife is not feeling well. I said, okay, fine. At least some people cared. They wrote me. Where am I? Oh, yeah. So they say that the pshat is
like
he
the
wanted to do
peer
avodah
pressure.
zarah, but he thought that the way you perform avodah zarah with pa'ar is you throw a stone at it. You didn't realize you relieve yourself to it, or vice versa. That's one pshat they say. I would think that if somebody did something like that, he threw a stone at pa'ar, or he relieved himself to Miraculous, he'd be chayiv a carbon right away. We learn from the tzibur just like by Parel Davar, first the business has to rule. So by avodah zarah, so you need a ruling, and then avodah zarah. Now, if you pay attention, the Mishnah doesn't mention anything about a Kohen Gadol when it comes to avodah zarah. Must need some money. So now we have to find someone who holds avodah zarah, the Kohen Gadol, without ruling, just performing avodah zarah by mistake, throwing a stone at pa'ar. He would have to bring a carbon. Who is this person? Mani Rebbe. This is the Havamina. We're going to go away from this. The Sanya Mashiach. In other words, we're going to say that no, Kohen Gadol also needs to rule and then perform. But here we have a mandama that says Mamish before Sanya Mashiach Kohen Gadol when it comes to avodah zarah. Rebbe Yomer b'shigigas ma'isa. These are confusing words, but they mean very simple stuff. B'shigigas ma'isa means b'shagig. Without what? Without a bezdin. Now, if I want to say bezin plus a shagig, what do I say? Helem davar. No. You first need bezdin to rule incorrectly, and then the individual does it. The Kohen Gadol does it. B'shavin shebesira, but both Chachamim and Rebbe agree that there's no bull over here.
It's edgy.
B'shavin she'im maybe Asham Taloi, and this Kohen Gadol does not bring an Asham Taloi. What's an Asham Taloi? This hanging guy, this carbon that I'm not sure if I did avodah zarah. I'm not sure that there's no such thing as Asham Taloi in this case.
You're not sure.
Irgendwas. Now, are you really telling me that Rebbe is in this Mishnah? That there's actually, the Mishnah comes to exclude a Kohen Gadol from ruling and then worshiping? Why would I say something like that? Take a look at the next Mishnah, on Daf Ches Amud Aleph, towards the top of Daf Ches. It's on the next page. We're going to get this, we can do a little Chazara, and we know this Mishnah anyway. I said in the first words of the Masechta, the whole Parahel Davar only occurs when it's a very severe Avera, where there's Karis when you do B'mezid, and there's a Carbon when you do B'shagi. And it says, and what does it say a second later? And what's missing? Kohen Gadol. And over here, we have to say the Kohen Gadol is also something that you need.
Verwusste de Kohen Gadol numbered out, do? Wanneer gepast?
Here, so whatever that Mishnah says, our Mishnah says. Whatever it means, our Mishnah means. But this is not
The best no gehad zet hier met de Kohen Gadol?
Okay, so it doesn't mention Kohen Gadol, but it means a Kohen Gadol over there. In our Mishnah, it talks about the first case of the tzibur, of the bezdin. The same will apply to Kohen Gadol. My time of the Rebbe. But why does Rebbe say Kohen Gadol doesn't need to rule and he can just do avodah zarah by mistake and has to bring a carbon? There's a lot of words of shagig here. Now, so the Gemara learns here. The pasuk nefesh is Kohen Gadol. Hashigeges is referring to the nasi. And what does it say? Becheta b'shgaga. Hanefesh ze Moshiach, Hashvegeg ze Nasi. Becheta b'shgaga. What does that refer? So we have a what the words becheta b'shgaga means. Rabbi Yisrael ze b'shgaga yehei. All you need is that this avera was done b'shagig. No ruling, pure shagig, regular shagig, and the Kohen Gadol must bring a carbon. Rabbi Tzari no. Mishchat tasi b'shgaga. A person that typically, when he does an avera, has to bring a carbon. This Kohen Gadol, no matter what, when he's a Kohen Gadol and he does averas b'shagig, he's mechal Shabbos b'shagig. He does not bring a carbon. He needs to have a ruling, then he does. Vishavin, and Rabbi Chacham agrees, you just bring a goat and not a bull. There's one soul, one nefesh. Check this out. It says, what did I learn from this? I learned from this, achas. Everybody is the same, whether you're Nasi, the king, whether you're Yachid, or whether you're the Mashiach, or the Kohen Gadol. Echad Yachid, ve'echad Nasi, ve'echad Mashiach. Kulam, klal, nefesh, achas, hein. Vishavin, Daf Ches Amud Aleph. Vishavin shein maybe Asham Talui. Rebbe and Chacham both agree that the Kohen Gadol does not bring Asham if he doesn't know for sure that he did Avera. Talui means he'll just hang there, and Hashem will know if he did Avera, good. If not, you don't bring it. Rebbe Savar Misha called Chetoi B'Shgaga. We said before, Chazara, easy stuff. Rebbe said it has to be something that this person, when he does it inadvertently, he has to bring a carbon. He has to say called Chetoi B'Shgaga. This guy. This Kohen Gadol, he doesn't bring a carbon b'shagig. He only brings a carbon when he paskins the wrong way. As the Gemara midi kolksiv, does it say everything? Where does it say? You're stuck in a word kol every single time. Yes, it does mean every time. Why? There's a double lashon here. Double lashon. So from there it means every single time there has to be a shagig that you bring a carbon, and this Kohen Gadol does not bring a carbon b'shagig. And then they skip these lines, Givaldik, Harry style. I'll just say, just in case somebody wants me to say, Rabbana, Misha Chete B'Shgaga. Rabbi know what the pasuk means. When the person does an avera, in other words, same thing as Rebbe, but more. According to Rabban, it's much easier because they hold there's never a time. Rebbe's the one that holds the Kohen Gadol when it comes to avodah zarah doesn't need a ruling from the bezin. Chacham say no matter what, the Kohen Gadol never brings a carbon with his. He always needs his own ruling. The There's no difference according to Chacham. El Helam Davar im she gets ma'isa. The only time a kohen gadol brings a carbon is when you have Helam Davar. What's Helam Davar?
A kohen gadol paskin talochas.
Bezin paskin, or he himself paskin, and then he does it. He does the ma'isa, and that's when he brings a carbon.
In wusso bei paskin nur für sich, meaning nicht für the oilam. Du hast das?
Great. We're holding by the Mishnah. Daf Ches. Shalom Aleichem. This guy next to you. What's your name? You're this guy's brother? Yeah. Older? Younger? How was he as a child? He was also normal back then? You straighten him out. So he wasn't always normal. Shmak.
Okay.
Don't tell me you're Yirmi's friend also. Yirmi Gold. You don't even know who that is. You know, okay. You could straighten him out. Very good, very good. I like you. We like you. Stick around there. Where do you live? Where do you live?
In the Golan.
Oh, really? Wow. Cool. Yeah, Shabbaton. That's it. Okay. Zok the Mishnah. We know this already. The whole idea of parallel davar, the bezin brings a carbon, is when it's a severe avera, something that if you do it deliberately you get kares, and if you do it inadvertently you have to bring a carbon. The same thing applies. The par that the kohen gadol brings is only on those type of averas. And also when it comes to avodah zarah, it has to be something that it's kares if you do it deliberately, and then if you do it by mistake you bring a chatas, and not something that's no kares. What's a good example of something you get kares for avodah zarah? What kind of avodah zarah do you get kares for? Anybody remember?
5 things. Hold on.
Those who know can't answer. Those who think they know. Huh? Moilach. Okay. What else? What thing is not kares? What avodah zarah is not kares? Levi, you do chazara. What is not kares? So it's interesting. If they ever re-invite me to, I guess I'm not invited anymore, to Shasi, I'll ask them, what's a halacha in avodah zarah that's not mentioned in Mesechus avodah zarah? I couldn't find it there. So this halacha is avodah zarah that's not a kares. It's not a kares. Gifu v'nishuk, hugging and kissing in avodah zarah. That was brought down in Sanhedrin. So this is the list, not this one. This one. Shchita, sreifa, nisuch yayin, pouring wine on avodah zarah. Shtachava, bowing to it. That is the right. That's his kares. The ones that are also no kares are gifu v'nishuk. Okay. Says Gemara Menalan. How do I know that it has to be kares and chatos? The Sanya Rabbi Yomer nemer kan olel, v'nemer la'alon olel. It says by us, by parallel and davar, it says the word olel. It also says by two sisters, that you're not allowed to marry two sisters. It says olel here. Should have highlighted it. Yeah, I don't know if you can. And then right after.
Toen is Gassen met zwei Schwesters. Had is Gassen met Rivka and Leah? What's happening here?
In Pasuk Chav Tes it says v'nicher zara fashos. So marrying two sisters is a kares, by mistake is a chatas. So two by us, and the idea of helam davar, parallel davar, you need kares and chatas.
By mistake? Is that Gassen met Schwesters?
Now, I just want you to pay attention here. We start off with the word alel. Okay? So I'll just show it to you here. The Gemara is really, it's later, this Gemara. We're starting with alel. And now we're trying to build on top of alel. Once we have alel, once I know that there's a concept called zdoi kares, b'shegiyot chatas. So now I'm going to move forward. I'm going to say, now I have to know Kohen Mashiach, I have to know a Nasi, I have to know a Yachid. How do I know all these things? I got the tzibur, but what about where does it say Kohen Gadol? Oh, I know the Kohen Gadol because it says Ashkan tzibur Mashiach. No, Ashkan Saham. Are Mashiach tzibur? Here, okay, so I'm going to add. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. What?
What's the nibble?
I see.
In the pasuk of the Kohen Gadol, this is like the 5th time, but we got to explain it. In the pasuk of Kohen Gadol, it mentions the word ha'am, the nation. So if we know this halacha by the nation, by Klal Yisrael, that the similar has to be kares and chazas, I know the same thing by Kohen Gadol. Great.
I was so close,
Nasi.
Sally.
How do you know the Nasi? Yov mitzvahs. I learned the Nasi from the tzibur. Ksiv Nasi, Yov mitzvahs. Ksiv Gabi Nasi, V'as achim kol mitzvahs Hashem. Ksiv tzibur, V'as achim kol mitzvahs. Mat tzibur davar shedari kares shigos. How do I know that tzibur is dari kares shigos chatos? All the way in the bottom from Alel. I'm Nasi davar shedari kares shigos chatos. Okay, so I'm going to add here. Oh, I just added all these things. Okay, good. Nasi, Mashiach, Yachid. Yachid, I don't know Yachid. I'm pro v'im nefesh. Yimatachtem el yoyin. I don't know if I have it. I do have it somewhere here. Look, very simple. It says Asher Nasi. That's the Elyon. It's on top. V'im nefesh. If vav is moisef alinyan rishon. A yachid. So I'm going to learn the bottom, the amaretz, the yachid, me'elyon from the top. Now let's go back to this chart for a second. I just learned all these things here. Now take a look. If I remove the alel, what happens? The whole thing doesn't start. Okay. So that's what the Gemara is going to ask later. I just want to do it now when we're learning this piece, so remember what the alel was all about. The Gemara is just going to say later, so remember. Okay. And avodah zarah also you need a psak from the bezdin that you're permitted to do the certain avodah zarah, and it has to be zdoi kares v'shegiyot chatos. How do I know by avodah zarah? Because it's its own pasuk avodah zarah. Maybe I don't need kares. Maybe even hugging and kissing in avodah zarah. you bring a parallel davar. Never come meine, it says by the zara the word meine, it says by parallel davar meine. That's Xer Shabbat, it says meine. So whatever I know by parallel davar, I'm going to bring by the zara. Malal davar is done according to God's. Just like by parallel davar, we just established a whole sugya. Allah teaches us that it has to be something that if you do deliberately, you get karas. I know the whole community. Yocheved, Nasi, Mashiach. I know how to know the three. All my krovim, nefesh, achas, echad, yocheved, echad, Nasi, v'echad, Mashiach. Here, this one. Remember, nefesh, achas, all the nefashis, Nasi, Yocheved,
I'm okay, Sally.
and
I'm okay.
Mashiach. Kulam chal nefesh, achasim. You see what I'm talking about? It's simply mudim. Things that we already had most of the time. Chazara. V'yoma tachtoi min elyon. I learned David Zara v'yachid from David Zara of the rabbin. Let me see if I have it over here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is Gishma. According to the man the Omer that uses the word Alel for the Xer Shabbat that we learned that you need to have deliberate kares. If you do deliberate, you get kares. If you do by mistake, you have to bring a carbon. That's the whole parish of parallel davar. How do I learn it from the word Alel? So everything makes sense. Once I know that the tzibur has to be doing kares, so then I can learn other things: the Mashiach, the Gadol, the Yachid, everything. Oh, I'm going to show you what that means. So once I remove the bottom block, the whole thing falls. So I don't know anything. Once I don't have the word alel. It's not available for me to learn. Why is it not available? Oh, because there's something called yibum. In case this is your first time doing daf. Yibum is, first of all, I have to preface this by saying, leading up to Yavamas, everybody said Yavamas, such a difficult masechta, and it's not a difficult masechta, but you have to be good at. You don't have to be good, but typically you have to say my father's sister-in-laws married his cousin, something like this. Okay, like in certain cases. Now we brought it down into once you have the art and you have the animation, and so it's a lot simpler. So leading up to Yavamas, I wanted to do something new. We were doing up until then. I was holding these pieces of paper and holding it like this, and the guys over here say I can't see. They go like this, and Yosef Billy would scream, he can't see. And we were like that. Remember Yosef? Constantly. So we gotta go to the screen. It's on a screen, so I don't have to hold it, and I can push a button, and it could. So I went to a guy here in the neighborhood, and he taught me about this program, and you have to go like this. Last minute, I switched it out, Baruch Hashem. I didn't listen to him, he was very upset at me. I don't think he talks to me anymore. Switched it out to PowerPoint. But I wasn't good at it, I wasn't efficient, I didn't really know how to use it. It was mamish all in the beginning. All I'm trying to say is that Yavamas Daf Beis, terrible shir. Disaster. We were calling, the names of the characters. The names were confusing. And what was it? What do we call them?
No, because your names.
Reuben Kids is disaster. So, if anybody just came day one to MDY for Yavamas Daf Beis, they did not make it the Gimel. And many people that were in MDY for years and watched that base, they didn't make it to Gimel. They dropped off there. I met a lot of people that told me over the years, and it's interesting, I would say it's 50-50. I met a lot of people that fell off from Masechtas Yevamos, and I met a lot of people that joined MDY in Masechtas Yevamos because they felt that the animations would help them. It's very interesting. Be'ezer Hashem, next time we're going to do Tshuva Gemura. One of my mistakes was that I tried to go through all 15 cases of the Mishnah, and each case is a very long. Next time we don't have to. We have to do one case like this, and just read the Mishnah, and then the rest of the cases just come throughout the parak. Anyway, so here's the Yibum Rabbi. So we have two the Baldwin brothers, they were called, and Dr. Factor was Baldwin brothers. Dr. Factor was one of them, but he grew here since then. Here's Avi and two brothers. One of the brothers is married to the five-towner. Remember, she was a very popular character back in the day. All the shopping bags.
Yeah, the Gushi.
Everything, five-towner we call it. Today, if we had to do it over, we call her Tom's River. Things have changed. So I'm not joking.
Tom's
Most
River.
of the nicer stores these days are in the Lakewood area. Fine. Yeah, Lamaisa, we're not going to do this next time, but once it's finished there, one of the brothers goes bye-bye. So the brother-in-law typically is also for him to marry his sister-in-law. He has a chiyuv either to marry her or to do chalitza, in order for them to have a child that will be called on the name of the one who passed away. Here's a very interesting case. This is called Tsar. This is the whole first. This right here is 101 in Yavamas. So you have two brothers, same story, but brother number one has a daughter. This clever over here that married the five-towner, he decides to marry his niece. In the time of the Gemara, that was super popular and actually very, very much recommended. The Gemara always talks about how the uncle takes good care of his niece and that he loves her, and even if she was mizana, he's mechapa on her, the Gemara says. Good relationship, and it's mutter. So he marries his niece. Now, here's the big problem. Not only does he marry his niece,
Maar moet ik daarvoor lijken, ik a picture van de nis.
he marries, this is a girl that went to, she was in Chazik in Eretz Yisrael, girl. Sheitel Zasser, the whole thing. And then this guy, the guy goes bye-bye. So now we have a big problem, because now the brother is supposed to marry the sister-in-law. The problem is the sister-in-law, one of them is his own daughter. Here we go. They both fault him Liyibum, let's say. One of them is called an Erva, his daughter. He cannot marry, that we understand he cannot marry his daughter. Could he marry the second wife? And the answer is no, because she's called a Tzara. Because since that other wife was in the same marriage with his own daughter, the two of them become usher to him. Not only are they usher to him, he doesn't even perform a chalitza, nothing. They go and they get married to other people. How do I know this? From the word Alel. So Rabbanan, who learned this whole concept, is this simple enough? Would anybody fall off in Yavamas from Daf Beis? Okay. We didn't have this. The guys weren't dying until I developed this thing that he falls over and turns different colors, and I didn't have Yoshi then. That's a whole different word. Yoshi made the characters, but he didn't work for us then. He wasn't part of MDY.
Because it's complicated.
But yeah, I think he worked for us in the beginning and then he got another job. It was a whole. He came back after Yavamas. He came back like by Nadarim, I think.
By myself. Show me girl faces.
Guys, back. Avi, Factor. We're waiting for Shabbos. We must do that. You can afford it? I know your finances. Do you want to go through them? Factor, you fly around the world. Bring it. What? So you should have said something. Come to me. I would have put you on a payment plan. A guy like you, we need there. Okay. Anyway, next time we'll talk
Oh, wow. You wouldn't want to miss it just because of this.
about different. Write me an email.
The torture.
So if the leha is not available, because I just learned this whole beautiful thing of Tzara Tzara. Shamali, what's your name? Where you from?
From California.
Ooh, you're new here? Sorry for making you jump around seats. Did you understand this whole thing of Tzara? I don't want to put you on the spot. You understand? You're able to repeat it if I asked you to?
What's up?
You want to try?
Yeah, there were two brothers, and then one of them had a daughter.
Yeah.
And then the uncle got married to his niece.
Yeah.
And the uncle also got married to like a different girl.
Excellent.
And then he died.
Because then macht nog had de picture in de brain. So hij zoekt, had gasten gehad met hem en had gasten gehad met hem.
Yeah.
And then his brother can't marry either of the wives.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. No, you make me feel really good because now I know that I can go into Yavamas and I can teach you Yavamas. And how old are you?
13.
You're 13. A 13-year-old understood it and he repeated it without mumbling. Unbelievable. You should know, the guy came over to the Shabbaton and said, when that boy over here, that 11-year-old, repeated that whole, it was a complicated sugi, he says, give him a lot of chizuk, like it inspired us. Look, the kid was able to do it. I need to get my act together. So all you guys watching, and you didn't get this whole Tzara Yavamas thing, here's the 13-year-old nailed it like that. It's unbelievable. Come more often. Come every day. Oh, so how do I know this idea of kares and shchatos, that has to be only that type of I lost the word alel. Because with the Master Yeshua ben Levi the Bray by the white lines, Yeshua taught his son. There's one Torah, one halacha for everybody that does it by mistake. That's referring to Avodah Zarah. How do I know it's referring to Avodah Zarah? It doesn't mention the word Avodah Zarah. The Gemara is going to tell us. But the next pasuk says is referring to Avodah Zarah. It says Torah, the whole Torah is one. So there's one halacha for the entire Torah. But the Zarah, it's an Aveira, it's an Avodah Zarah that's kares, and if you do it by mistake, chatos. The whole Torah, the same thing. Okay, so I know those three, Yachid Nasi Mashiach. I know the whole Torah. What about the community of the Tzibur? Check this out. Elyoim just told Yoshi just to do like a 2-floor thing. So there's an Elyon and a Tachtoin. The Elyon, the top pasuk, the pasuk of base is above pasuk of Zayin. In the Torah, when you're looking at the Torah, pasuk of base comes before Chav Zayin, so it's above. You're holding the Dung Hagba. It's above. Chav Beis above Chav Zayin. Chav Beis is talking about parallel davar. The lower pasuk is talking about Avodah Zarah. And then I learned one from the other. Rebbe who learns. Allow. So what does he do about nefesh has to be a drama? That the whole Torah is a hekesh. What do I do with it? Remember that? You learn something else. When a large part of Klal Yisrael, the majority of Klal Yisrael does Avodah Zarah, what happens to them? 2 halachas. First of all, they get something like this. They get their head chopped off. The other thing is, Maiman and Palat, Maiman and Avad, you have to destroy all their belongings. You can't benefit from any of their belongings. If you have a rabbin, but when it comes to an individual, he gets a different type of death penalty. Push him off the house over there, the skila. And you're allowed to use his money. Perhaps they should have different karbanos. What's different? What would you say? What kind of carbon would be different? So we're going to have to go through it to understand what carbon. Oh, that's what Rebbe does with it. There's one Torah. It's one halacha. They bring one type of carbon. Interesting. Just want to point this out. I'm not saying this is MS, but I looked it up this morning. Chilkiyah Mahagrunya is not brought anywhere else in Shas besides over here, and one other place that repeats this Gemara. In other words, he's brought that one time in Shas. And a lot of times the name reflects what he says. A lot of times. And over here it says Chilkiyah and it says Chalak. Just throwing it out, I'm not saying it's MS. He's asking a question. Okay, the Torah said it should be one carbon, but let's say it's not the same carbon. What if it was different? The tzibur should bring another type of carbon. My nasi. Explain to me what exactly should they bring. So look what Yoshi did here. You have a basket with all the types of carbonas, right? How come there's no camel in there? Because the camel is not a carbon. Any available type of carbon is in the basket. So Gemara says, so let me ask you, what should he bring? Nasi par, boom. One of them in the basket is a par. Should bring a par. Tzibur shar mitzvah is the maisi. It's not different. It's already something that the tzibur brings somewhere else. By the parallel davar. Nasi par lo, love chatas. Okay, so maybe you should bring 2. Here, you see 2 on the chart. A par lo, love chatas. Tzibur is gechavim maisi. No, tzibur brings the same thing. By avis gechavim. Nasi sar, they should bring a male goat. No, tzibur shar mitzvah is the maisi. It's not different. The nasi brings it. Nasi seiros, they should bring a female goat. Yochanami on korbanoi. Here, so that we just use up everything from the basket. You want me to bring a female goat? It's something that we use by individual. Nasi seiros, no. Oh, so what is the Gemara asking? Should bring something special. What? So Yoshi kind of, I think you reversed it over here, but the kids are the idea is don't even look what it says because it's a little. The point is, the tzibur
Some fat virus, huh?
brings the bull for oila, and the goat as a chatos, flip it, and bring the goat for an oila. Bring the goat as an oila and the bull for a chatos. You're right. I don't know what to bring, but it should be something else. When we said by the white line, first white line, we said, oh, it's referring to Avodah Zarah, but it doesn't say anything in the pasuk about Avodah Zarah. How do you know it's Avodah Zarah? My mashma. So there's always a machlekes in Rashi or what does kedi mean? Kedi could be the name of a person. Kedi could mean anonymous, like I don't know who he is. What mitzvah equals all the mitzvahs in the Torah? In other words, what avera is worse than all the averas in the Torah? There's something interesting. What other mitzvahs in the Torah are shakal keneged kol Torah kula? What other mitzvahs? Tzitzis. Talmud Torah, obviously. What else? Shabbos. What else? Who said that? Oh, the guy from Kibbutz Ruga. Yishuv Eretz Yisrael. You're right. You're right. What else? Mila. Kiddush Hashem. So Rabbi said, check it out. Right now, we have 5 out of the 7. We're in Eretz Yisrael. We're learning Torah, making a Kiddush Hashem, of course. Most of us have a bris milah. And what else? We're wearing tzitzis. I see somebody turning, looking the other way. He's going to start. When he does a siyum and a shnayim mikra v'chatar of the whole Torah, he'll start wearing tzitzis. He's going to come off the helicopter with tzitzis. Chaylas. Right there. Talk to Gemara. So this is interesting. Ezi mitzvah, no, you're going to like this. Ezi mitzvah should be dibur shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu v'tzivay dei Moshe. What mitzvah was given by Hashem, said by Hashem, and also Moshe? Havi yoyim zvav v'tzkei chavim. That's what it is. The Torah Yishmael. Anoichi v'lo yelecha. We all know mipi agvura shemanu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said it with his own mouth. And what happened was Klal Yisrael couldn't do it. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't withstand, I should say, Hashem's talking to them. They couldn't. So he stopped. Then Moshe Rabbeinu said it. So what's pshat? Hashem said it, and Moshe Rabbeinu said it. Hashem said Anoichi. You shouldn't have another God. V'lo yelecha. The pshat says Rashi. Hashem said it, yes, but then Moshe repeated it many times throughout the Torah. You shouldn't have a vizar. You shouldn't have a vizar. So that's considered, what's the one thing that Hashem said, but also Moshe Rabbeinu said? The rest Moshe Rabbeinu said. But here, Hashem said it also. The Be'er Shmuel Tana. So Mela, I know those psukim are talking about Avodah Zarah. The Be'er Shmuel Tana. What's the first Avera Hashem ever said? Ask the Gemara, but it's not true. It's not the first Avera Hashem said. Hashem said 10 things at Mara, before Avodah Zarah. Says the Gemara, we have to go back to the other 2 we had here, all these things over here that what? The mitzvah the shakal kol mitzvahs. That Hashem said it first, and the Moshe Rabbeinu said it. Turning to the daf, Adar Global, Specialists in International Financial Services, Anonymous. Anonymous. He grabbed the Rebelli and MDY for promoting Atis Yisrael and Havas Yisrael. The chesam is based by the Mishnah. So, if this happens in the Beis HaMikdash, there's a mitzvah say. Here, check this out. If a kohen, let's say, touches a sheretz, stepping on a sheretz over here, what's the halacha? He must leave immediately. Oh, where's the drone thing? Whatever. Yesterday, Dave showed the drone. I thought it was in there, but it's not. He forgot to leave it in there. Okay, lo mishaneh. There's a mitzvah say, leave, and there's a lois say, do not go into the Beis HaMikdash if you are tamei. Now, that halacha of going in and out of the Beis HaMikdash is what happens if you do? You have to bring a carbon oil of yared. There's an up and a down, meaning here. There's up and a down. Like a bungee jump, but not really. It's either if you're wealthy, you bring a sheep. If you're medium, you bring birds. And if not, you bring flour. It's oil of yared. Oil of yared, fine. So since it's oil of yared, that doesn't apply to there's oil of yared in the Beis HaMikdash. It doesn't apply to Helam Davar. Helam Davar, this idea that the Bezdin, they made a mistake, and they said, oh, you could stay in the Beis HaMikdash if you touch a mouse. Since it's oil of yared, it depends how wealthy you are. They don't bring a par Helam Davar. And you don't bring a Hashem Tali. Again, if I don't know for sure, if I walked in, did I touch the mouse? I'm going to bring a Hashem Tali. No. If the Bezin paskin that you don't have to, you do have to, you don't bring a Hashem Tali. But if they passing by Nida on Asay say, then there would be a parallel dover. And there's Hashem Tali on Asay. What does it mean? If you anticipate that the woman is going to become a nida that time of the month, so there's an issur to be with her even before she's a nida. So if they made a mistake in that halacha, they said, don't, it's not a problem. They don't have to bring. They do have to bring a parallel davar. There is a chiyuv parallel davar on asay and leisas nida.
Was interessant. Wissen kann dich auch zurückhalten. Interesting.
So mitzvah leisas say, I'll tell you nida. Don't have relations with the nida. Yeah. How do I know that the community, the tzibur in general, when it comes to oil of the yared, there's no chiyuv of parallel davar? Or because the words are similar. It says, here we have a whole thing going on here. The sugya illustrated. It says the word by a yachid, by Hashem Tali it says v'ashem, and by tzibur it says v'ashemu, which is very similar, almost the same. It's the same word, just plural, because we're talking about tzibur, so it's the same. Ma v'Hashem b'yachid b'chatas k'vua. When we're talking about individual, it's not a oil v'yared. It's everybody has to bring the same zachatos, whether you're wealthy or poor. V'Hashem u'b'tzibur b'chatas k'vua. So too, when the community brings a carbon par davar, it has to be something set like a par and not oil v'yared. U'matzibur b'chatas k'vua. The tzibur does not have a Asham Talui. Af Asham Talui nami b'elasavik chatas k'vua. So too, the Asham Talui, there's no. It has to be something kavua and not oil v'yared. Ami hachi carbon oil v'yared nami haksiv v'hayik yesham lachas meila. So wait a minute. Why are you learning? Why are you learning the tzibur from the yachid? Learn the tzibur from the carbon oil v'yared. They should bring a carbon oil v'yared. Why? Because by the carbon oil v'yared on the left it says the word yesham. V'hayik yesham lachas meila. It's the same. Isn't it the same as v'ashem? V'ashem uslicha. So the Gemara says, "Danin Ashem in Ashem, Danin Ashem in Yesham." It's different. It's much better to learn Ashem Vashemu than Yesham. Bring in a new, a similar word, but not the same. So the Gemara says, throughout Shas we have the same question, same answer. There's no difference here. This is a lot worse. Yesham and Ashem is almost the same word. It's a different nikuda underneath the shin. Instead of a patach, it says what is it called? Not a chirik. No, tzera. Segel is 3. So B'Shavak, I went to American school, so that, B'Shavak Kohen U'Ba Kohen. But even the word shav and ba could be learned as Exer Shav. I can learn halachas from the Kohen going to see the Mitzvah. B'Shavak Kohen, he returns, U'Ba Kohen, and he comes to the house. It's the same word, the Gemara always says. Huh? Oh, that's what I said last night in Shir. The Gemara says even better, I think. I don't know, they don't talk about it. Usually the Gemara says, if you don't have choice, then you could use 2 similar words. But over here we have a choice, so Shem Hashem, good cash. I don't know, I didn't see anybody talk about it. I didn't really look a lot. B'Shavak Kohen U'Ba Kohen. I just think the answer is simpler, that we have a better answer. Check this out. You want the same word? Here, I'll give you the same word. Ashem and Ashem. It's actually even better. No, it's the same. I'm trying to learn tzibur from Yachid. No, learn tzibur, the Tumas Migdash. And over there, what? There's oil of Yared. How do I know that by tzibur there's no oil of Yared? V'chsiv, v'utam Hashem. Or Apapa, don Hashem, u'mitzvah Hashem, min Hashem, u'mitzvah Hashem. Check this out. When I'm learning the tzibur from the Yachid, there's actually another word. It's not just the word Hashem. It's by both of them it says the word mitzvah Hashem. Oh, so it wins. As the Gemara, over there, here, by coming right there, there's another word here. It says Vashem and a Siyas Avain. And by the tzibur it says Vashem and a Siyas Avain. So I have 2 words. Why learn mitzvah Hashem? It's 2 and 2. I can learn from the left. Also 2 words. Oh, and finally the Gemara says, it's 3 words. Check this out. It says Vashemu, it says Mitzvah Hashem, it says Sheli Soseno. And by the Yachid it says Vashem, Mitzvah Hashem, Sheli Soseno. So it's 3. If I'm going to learn this one from Carbon Eliyar, it's only 2. Only 2 words are similar. Oh, we have 3 words that are similar. Maybe I learn from there. Don't learn the Carbon Eliyar and Shmias Koil with the society.
This is okay.
Vashem, over there, you don't have the 3 words, only 2. So maybe I don't learn from there. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Okay. Daf Ches, Sker Geniman. Okay. Interesting. Emach Gemur is Zayir Geschmack. I'll give him that. I mean, I give him more than that, if you know what I'm saying. Emach Gemur Zayir Geschmack. Darauf getanzt auf einen Bagel. We really need to start listening to 1.25. Favos. It's too slow. 1.25 is slow. Now everybody can learn. Simcha Friedman released. What's do Simcha Friedman released? What's news in Qatar? No me takazen. Lomer gein sein, was dort geschehen? Ich meine, als Qatar, Doha, geht oben, also wie eine Press Conference. Mas bezan pinklich, wo es wenn wie. Sollen sie mal sehen, wo das ist. Bidi 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 bidi. Bidi bidi. Should I send some gold? Not financial advice, but gold is like almost all-time high. So Okay. Jetzt haben wir gelernt. Jetzt haben wir schon halt auch gelernt. I guess in a week on sponsors, huh? That's okay. My pleasure, Sally. Hopefully it can treffen als sponsor. Is it machen easier? Because money talks and, you know, the rest walks. Hannah was making a CM. Hopefully, yes. September 16, I think, is a CM. I think September 16. And Hand is the 9th. This mine next Woche, Tuesday, macht man a CM. In 2 Wochen nach dem Tuesday is Rosh Hashanah. Penny, when are you leaving? Exactly. Let's not create hate here. Let's not create hate, Chevra. It's too late for hate. Jetzt haben wir nicht gerade Zeit für dem. Sometimes people need to take a breather, which is also okay. Moti Weiss has a beautiful new song. Nice. So supposedly, hat Israel gebombt. Mossad IDF struck senior Hamas officials in Qatar. Yankee T, thank you so much for sponsoring today's DAF. Thank you so much, Yankee T. Zal alles schiessen maar rübergehen. Thank you so much, Yankee. We do all appreciate it. Du weißt doch, money talks and Bullshita walks. So the question yet is, alles ist not here. Yankee T, huh? We'll give you this one. Well. The Shabbos darf man tiin Alliance. Zintig alle herauskommen 8 Seiger live zu tiin der Zintig one. The Shabbos one darf man tiin. Ich habe geteen the Shabbos one auf mein Phone. Weil ich nicht gewollt, wenn einer soll mich fragen, ich habe geteen die ganze Mesechte, soll ich keine suchen mit der Breitkeit, ja. So. Ich halte mit den Herren the Shabbos one. Es ist auf meinem this. I listen to it here and there, you know. Ich bin also, ich kann nicht liegen bei mir, etwas sehr close to the heart. Thank you, alles geht's. Werden sagen, als Yankee ist fein. Weil wenn einer mich fragen, als geteen die ganze Mesechte, sag ich kann sagen, ja. Nicht trachten, like, hab ich denn geteen die ganze? Bin ich dachte gewesen, Emmersdick? Ja, baby, the booby, the baby? You know? So. But that's just me. Es ist 2 Daffen. Wir können es noch aushören auf 1.5 oder 2.2, I mean, times 2, so es ist better 25 minutes. So no need to worry. In ich tue es jetzt, weil ich schon ein bisschen Pat committed, du in ein wenig, you know? Like, aber es geht ihm bis jetzt. Geh mal endlich up. Alles geht's mit der Stine in a paar Minuten, okay? We'll do it in a few minutes. Oh wow, kick on do the... This is the bombing in Qatar. Kick on the China Hose zusammen gewohnt in. Boom. Uga bombardiert, das heißt. If you miss a dive, just mark it down and come back when you have time. Makes sense. Alles geht's, nicht, ich bin nicht chillax. Nicht kann mailig, okay? Pida-pa-di-da-da. Sending our enemies on a permanent vacation. But that should put a fear in the other leaders, if there is any other leaders. The question is, koiten was geschehen mit alle seine bank accounts? In noch gesagt, was geschehen mit der Hamas-Chevre in Gaza? How did they get orders now? Finn Weyman. So hopefully it's on Instagram. Is Sally Alice Stefanski's in a nick? No. Sally, don't wish. Don't. Sally, start a competition with Ellie. Was arbeitet sich aus für Ellie, ja? Es arbeitet sich aus für Ellie, most probably sich so arbeiten für Sally. Ich meine, Ellie ist der erste, was hat das genommen in der Hand daran, sie gehen live, you know? We're joking over here in Canada. It's all fun and games, huh? Ich habe gesehen, als nicht Trudeau, wie heißt der? Macron von France hat nicht kein Government. The government hat collapsed. Nächten. So, no confident vote. Und ich habe gewatcht ein Video wie eine Frau, eine ältere Frau, sie kommt daran sagen, sie darf kaufen einen Laptop bei ihr Einikel, wo es geht in School. So sie kommt daran ein bisschen scrapen, Gold, Sachen. Und man fragt ihr, wie viel meinst du, der Geist dabei kommen? Sagt sie $400. Sagt no, say a crazy number. Sagt sie $1,000. Der ausgewachsen mit $10,000 von der Chevremann. Bidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-bim. Bidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-bidi-bidi. Warte, Wiesel am Melech, hab ich das schon gehört. Das haben wir schon gehört. Das haben wir schon reviewed. Bubba 45 is changing his name to Bubba 49. The Bubba of the 49ers are lining up. Then a bunch of whiners. Bitty 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 bitty. Bitty 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 bitty. Listen, lernen dat jeden Tag de Daf. Macht dich zijn jeden Tag de same Sache, meer in a structure. In der Regel, du bist in a structure, hast du a happier life. Kinder willen zijn in a structure. Humans willen zijn in a structure. Ze wissen wie aan, wie ja, wie nicht. Ich habe gewatcht ein Video, wie man genommen 10 oder 20 Kinder mal reingelegt in a house mit cameras, sort of unsupervised. Sie gehen a Wachzeit mit Jünglich und a Wachzeit mit Meidlich. And it was funny how they behaved and how they interacted and the alliances. But mainly jeder gewollt structure. Jeder will structure. Sally, have a lovely and awesome day. Alles gibt's schon gesehen. Nicht verhand. Jetzt gehen wir schon close und do the live, weil ich darf gehen essen. Ich darf umgehen mit meinem Tag. Other things that I need to do. Otherwise, es ist a größer so. My pleasure, Sally. Some form of credit to you. Die ist reingebringt, die ganze Daf. Thoughts. So. Viggy, nothing personal. Ooh, nothing personal. But if you don't mind, when was the last time you made a siyum? I don't remember. I don't think I ever made. Thank you, alles gets. Friday Wiesel with Maya Schichler. Nicht verhand, but the next time when Summer Shaya, I'll do that live. I'll do it live. We'll see. On a sleep got broken, on a sleep got in a video. But it could also be my mood. How my mood was. From Zana is a new podcast. So machine gered von dem Apotheke zurück. Alright, חבר'ה. Nice, Chaim. I appreciate that. Okay. Sie kommen in der Zeit, man darf sich segnen. Man darf sagen goodbye. Kein nicht easy. No matter how many times I try. But I gotta do it. And we gotta say it. Goodbye. Geh mal schau für deine, du gehen für eine lange Zeit, eine kurze Zeit. Wir dürfen nur du gewinnen für ein bisschen. Ungezint auf andere Tab. Und viele gemacht mit YouTube an der Tab, warum ich mein dir. Thank you. We'll give my score for alle likers, shares, commenters, subscribers, and members. It really helps me going. And a special thanks to Yankee T for geben a super chat, for sponsoren der Hand gedacht. So alles schießen gehen zu der Yankee T. Whoever you are, willkommen zu dir. Housekeeping, die willst du schicken zu der Unboxing nächste Woche. Aber gepinnt der Address. Auch het Hand nach Tuesday. Ich gehe live 7 Mal Seiger. 7 o'clock, weil ich darf von einem zurückkriegen der Seiger. 8 Seiger ist zu spät, weil ich endlich zu spät. So 7 o'clock will be the wie heißt das? The live tonight. 7 o'clock tonight. Yeah, suggested Shlomi a new Yiddish podcast to review. He's great at the podcasting. Okay, we'll review it. MCTS. Hello and welcome. So that it is with housekeeping. What else? Tonight at 7. I'll see you all at 7. Penny, Oman. When Fuster? Next week. This week or are you going next week? Mistam day Woche. No. Next Woche. Azatzat, I would say. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate you all for being here, for hitting the like button. So got a lange, riesige Weg. It means a lot. And until next time, stay kind to one another. Peace.